Hello and welcome back to the King James Bible Sunday School channel on YouTube and Rumble, and to our day-by-day devotional. We're going through Call to Glory this year, and today is January the 28th, 2026. January 28th, 2026, and this devotion is coming from, the verse here. It says to read Psalms 1:1, Psalm 1:1 for those of you um, who want to be sticklers. But yes, Psalm chapter 1, verse 1. Before we go into our devotion, we're going to look at or give out our daily Bible reading schedules. First, our yearly schedule. Today's reading is going to be Exodus chapters 16, 17, and 18. Exodus chapters 16, 17, and 18. And Matthew chapter 19, verses 14 through 30. Matthew chapter 19, verses 14 through 30. And then tomorrow will be Exodus chapters 19, 20, and 21, and Matthew chapter 20, verses 1 through 14. I did say Exodus 16, 17, 18 a couple times, right? Anyway, tomorrow again, Exodus chapters 19, 20, and 21, and Matthew chapter 20, verses 1 through 14. And let's go to our ribbon schedule, and first the yearly through that. You're going to be wanting to get through Genesis chapter 36 and then part of chapter 37 today. Good half of it, basically. Genesis 37. Then Job 16, about half of that. And then Isaiah chapter 23, Matthew chapter 12, and about half of that. Maybe a little less than half, because I was going to read that for a few more days, but we could finish it in 2, though. But yeah, Matthew chapter 12, and then Romans chapter 9, a little more than halfway through that. All right, there'll be somewhat left to read for the next couple of days. But anyway, yes. And then for the 6-month version, or reading that ribbon schedule through 6 months, today's reading would be Exodus chapters 18, 19, and 20, Job chapter 33, Isaiah 42, verse, the whole chapter of that through chapter 43, verses 1 through 13, and Matthew 23, verse 23 through 46, and 1 Corinthians chapter 3. And again, Exodus chapters 18, 19, and 20, Job 33, Isaiah 42, chapter 42 through chapter 43, verse 13, Matthew chapter 21, verses 23 through 46, and 1 Corinthians chapter 3. And on tomorrow, begin through pretty much, Genesis chapter 38, so the rest of 37, and then chapter 38, Job 16, and then getting into a little bit of chapter 17, Isaiah chapter 24, and there'll still be some of that left tomorrow, but yeah, a little more than half of the way through that, and then Matthew chapter 12, nearly to the end, and then Romans chapter 9, again, nearly to the end of those chapters. Or you can finish them off and won't have to deal with a few verses on, to the following day. So anyway, yes, tomorrow, and the 6-month version will be Exodus chapters 21, 22, and 23. Sorry. Exodus 21, 22, and 23. Job 34, verses 1 through 30. Isaiah chapter 43, verse 14 through the chapter, and then chapter 44, verses 1 through 14. Matthew chapter 22, verses 1 through 22. And 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verses 1 through 13. And again, Exodus 21, 22, and 23. Job chapter 34, verses 1 through 30. Isaiah 43, verses 14 through 44, verse 14. Matthew chapter 22, verses 1 through 23, and 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verses 1 through 13. Alright, so that's the 6-month schedule, the ribbon schedule, and all that. And then today's reading for our 3-month through the New Testament schedule is going to be Luke chapters 16 and 17, Luke chapters 16 and 17, and on tomorrow be Luke chapters 18, 19, and 20. Luke 18, 19, and 20. Get through the New Testament in 3 months. All right, now Psalm 1, verse number 1, and it reads thus. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. Title is Power of Negative Thinking. Pastor Earl Beal, Joy Baptist Church, Fort Madison, Iowa. That's Power of Negative Thinking. I want us to think for a moment about the power and protection of negative thinking. We live in a day where we believe that mind over matter will change reality and truth. No wonder we have so many troubled and depressed lives. We have been taught that if you change your thinking, it won't matter about the truth and facts of a situation. Don't take what I'm saying as wrong. I believe I'm looking at this in a constructive and positive manner. Yet I believe that warnings, boundaries, and structures are a part. I believe that warnings, boundaries, and structures are a plus, even though it is on the negative side of things. For example, have you ever thought about how negative our vehicles are today? They are filled with warnings. We have lights, gauges, belts, labels, buzzers built into our vehicles, warning us of potential hazards. Can you imagine having a car with no warnings? Actually, we come to appreciate them, um, knowing that their warnings, even as unpleasant as the event may be, um, make a bad situation better and with them than without them. With them than without them. Our car has a light that comes on when one of the tires goes below 20 pounds of pressure. I'm no different than anyone else in that I don't enjoy tire problems. But let me tell you something. I enjoy a low tire far more than I enjoy a flat one. Did I say that right? I enjoy a low tire far more than I enjoy a flat tire. Anyway, that gauge is my friend that can help me take a problem and keep it at a more repairable state. Our spiritual lives are the same way. The Word of God tells us many things which we are not to do, and places we are not to go, the people we are not to listen to, so that we can take potential problems and avoid, minimize, or even eliminate them. Proverbs chapter 4, verses 14 through 15 says, "Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it. Pass not by it. Turn from it, and pass away." All right, so that's the reading for today, and tomorrow's reading is going to come from Philippians chapter 4, verse 12. Philippians 4, verse number 12. And it's a good start there. I think that spending time in meditation is going to help you out a lot with that. that kind of just introduced the idea of negative statements in the Bible that are far uh, better helps than to tell somebody after the fact, of a thing happening or whatever. A good warning is better. Let's take heed. And I want to just encourage you, be in the Word of God and search these things out. Spend time in meditation and fellowship with the Lord today. Spend time in prayer with Him. Give Him some adoration, some worship. And we'll see you again tomorrow for another day by day devotional. Bye.